since the late 80s and the early 90s, the finances in football have risen astronomically. Transfer values rising into the hundreds of millions, with wages and bonuses basically making any professional footballer a millionaire, and it's resulted in some of the flashiest and most luxurious lifestyles for those at the top. So I've decided I'm going to take a look and react to some of the biggest footballers in the world's houses and homes, and I know that they're going to make me feel very insignificant. For this, I've put on an extremely expensive garment for everybody. Don't be fooled as well, it looks like a plant in the background that actually cost £16,000 to grow. I'm joking, lads. CPM is extremely low right now. Please subscribe. I've got a website here called www.wealthycelebrity.com. I wonder what they specialize in. And they've got a list of 12 famous footballers and the homes that they live in, which might sound extremely intrusive, but don't worry. I texted Leo just before this video kind of started and was like, yo, G. And speaking of Leo, he is the first one. Now, I apologize. There's about 49 different watermarks and adverts on this site. They're clearly getting their money's worth, which is why I'm going to blank all of them out. No free clout, yeah? No promotion. You have to pay me for that. Which is why today's video is sponsored by OneFoot. According to Forbes, the FC Barcelona striker's soccer-shaped house. So what does that mean? What does that actually mean? What is the shape of a soccer? A ball, fine, but I can already tell that it's not circular, lads. The outside here, that looks pretty good. That grass is looking, I mean, it makes sense, really. You would expect the turf and the lawn in a footballer's back garden to be like premium quality. He probably has his own groundsman, probably a team of 9. He took them with him when he left Barcelona. They don't have the money to hire new ones. So yeah, it makes sense when he's, you know, practicing dribbling round cones in his back garden. This does look pretty peng though, I'm not gonna lie. A couple palm trees, you don't get that in northwest London, I'll tell you that for free. That's also an unnecessarily big dog, my word. Does that also come with being like rich and famous? It's a nice dog. It looks like one of those dogs that if it barked at you, Richter scale, bro. If it was next to your leg, you would dislocate your ankle just by barking at it. Also, by the way, this is actually a normal size sofa. It's just that Leo hadn't taken his growth hormones that day, and apparently this is the view from above. I mean, all the houses in the area are looking great, aren't they? That's definitely Gerard Piqué's yard on this side as well. Like, this is actually ginormous. That's not is that even a word? It is. It's in the dictionary, but it's informal. We take those. Anyway, back to the task at hand. I mean, how many swimming pools can we see in this picture here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another one on the roof there. That's 6. So Leo has 4 of his own. At what point do you even need 4 swimming pools? Practically. He only has, what, him, his wife, and 2 kids. Or does he have 3 kids now? At the absolute, like, the kids aren't swimming on their own. They're like 4.5 years old. So unless they've got the rubber armbands, they're not swimming on their own. To be honest, as well, because of the air, this car's probably got a swimming pool in the back of it as well. Apparently this is his future home. I thought that was a hammer and sickle just then, I'll keep it honest. This is our Ballon d'Or now. Again, the big emphasis on the swimming pool. Is this the whole house and just half of it's on water? Because that's not going to end well. I'll keep it honest with you, Leo. His old childhood house. Okay, so this is where he grew up when he was actually young back in Argentina. That is a big glow up, isn't it? That's inspirational for the gang. That's not his house. That's a gutter. I don't really know what he's trying to say. I don't think he was physically homeless. There's actually Messi fans that have gone, this is like some kind of rundown, not even making it onto Zoopla Mecca. There's not even a Don living in there. It's become one with the nature. There's like a wild deer that's raising its children in there. All right, on to the big man now, Cristiano Ronaldo. I assume this house we're going to be seeing here is not the house that he's living in Manchester, because I assume this article is at least a little bit old. So this is probably either going to be where he was living in Spain, or it could have been Italy as well. Never mind. Apparently it's where he used to live in Portugal, in Madeira. Okay, forget what I said. There he is in his living room. This, of course, probably just minutes before he forced all of his children onto the rowing machines. Another impressive picture here, clearly flaunting the wild, excessive cost of this custom-made duffel bag. That does look like that's a banging view in the background. I've just realized there's like a whole cliff face there. When you think about it, like, what does Cristiano Ronaldo have that I don't? We didn't see much of the outside of his house at Madeira, but there's a cost. This is his holiday home, man. Oh my days. This looks like it was on a brochure. This is a Thomas Cook advert. This is not an actual house. It's not. Those palm trees are 1000% Photoshop. Either way, this is the outside, apparently. I'm not buying it. Where is Ron in all of this? It's Jet 2, bro. Jess Glynn's playing in the background. Okay, to be fair, there's one here. This is it. This is the outside of his house in Turin. Leo just had a calm house back in Barcelona, you know, just vibing with his 16 swimming pools. Ronaldo's out here with a house in Portugal. He's got one in Spain. Now he's got this one in Turin. It features 2 adjoining villas on a private road guarded by the security that leads to the entrance gate. This dream house has a state-of-the-art gym. So who's written this? Yeah? Well, did you get invited there last Thursday? Is that what we're saying? Because you seem to have a lot of information. I'm a little bit suspicious. Oh, it has actually got the Manchester one. This is really up to date. Fair play. Did James Bond write this article? Because there are all sorts of sources of information. This does look like a fancy British house. And when I say that, I mean it just doesn't look that special. Like, it looks nice, don't get me wrong. But like when you're seeing the houses in Portugal and Italy and the views in the background, you can tell that this is just a man who's a celebrity living in England. Like, that is the most stereotypical posh man kitchen ever. There's an island. This thing that comes out of the ceiling for no reason. A tap that has an unnecessary bend in it. All right, well, this website has unfortunately run its course because it has the rest as like a list, but there are no pictures of any of them. We've got Wayne Rooney here. Jesse Lingard, that's an interesting place to go. Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi. A man who, if you pass him the ball, you should be getting booked for time wasting. You want to put him on this list. New website, but same situation. Next up, we've got David Beckham. That's, again, it's not real. No man has a sofa that looks like it's come out of Star Trek, bro. He's got a house in the Cotswolds, but not enough money for a pair of socks. There's a house in Madrid. There's a house in California. Neymar Jr.'s house is next on the list. Following his world record fee move to PSG, the Brazilian superstar and his band of brothers have been living the life in a posh manor house in the heart of Paris. According to our sources, it's just wild in there. I wonder who the source could be. Paul Pogba has a table football table that's made out of gold. Another house or mansion or whatever that you can tell is just posh, but in England. 1 mile down the road, Martin McColl's. Wayne Rooney has a place in Barbados, apparently. I had no idea about this. Can Wayne Rooney even say Barbados? It looks like goals aren't the only thing Wazza is adapted to. Who wrote this? I want accountability. You too can live in Rooney's sprawling villa in Barbados for £25,000 per week. Right. I would actually rather not. If I'm going there as on a romantic date, you know, with a girl or something, and I'm taking her there and paying £25,000, and he's stealing my woman, are you crazy? That's a terrible deal. And finally, we've got Didier Drogba, worth $21 million. 21 mil. I don't know how much the others were. I wasn't really paying attention to how much they cost. But $21 million for a house is actually insane. That's like a whole village in Nottingham. I reckon that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, making myself extremely depressed looking at how expensive other people's houses are. To be honest, I'm not even really one of those people that cares about having a big house, but these are wild. But if you've enjoyed this video, feel free to slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is at officialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.